Range fans, I'm back at it with the Cimarron Badboy 44 Magnum 8-inch barrel, octagon barrel by the way, unfluted cylinder. Beautiful pistol. So you guys of course have seen my giveaway. And so this part of the video is really going to be about collecting the chronograph statistics and also what we all want to see, the ballistics gel of what you saw in the previous video with the 44 Magnum hand loads that I've developed. Go out and guess, folks. Go out and guess on how deep a penetration these things will get. And first up in the cylinder, whew, those look mean, good gracious alive. First up in the cylinder is 6 shots of the 180 grain Hornady XTP that we're going to put across the chronograph and also on target 10 yards down range to see what the accuracy and also velocity is. Let me get my ears in. Oh, boy, hold on. Yeah, you guys talk all you want. I do have my wimp gloves on. Let's see. This is my 10-yard mark right here. I've pasted off. Looks like we have good angle on the video. Let's put these things across the chronograph. I tell you, there's one bad thing about this Cimarron Badboy that I have not liked, and that is I have been walking around the house singing Bad Boy, Bad Boy, and my wife, I think, is gonna bury me out back if I don't find a new song. You get that thing stuck in your head, you can't get rid of it. Let's see what we can do here. Good gracious. Ooh, 1,500 feet per second, 8-inch barrel, 180 grainer. What do you think, fellas? Gals, go over and take a vote on that previous video so you can win that prize. 1,500 feet per second. Accuracy's pretty dang on good too. Oh yeah, drill them out. I think that's 6, I think. All right, 6 shots. I think somewhere about 1,480, 1,490 feet per second out of the 180 grain Hornady XTP. We're gonna move on to the Spear Gold Dot. Be right back. Now, I got this old bad boy stoked with those Spear 200 grainers. Man, those things look mean, that flying ashtray. We're gonna back up here a few feet to get to exactly at 10 yards, put it across chronograph, get the numbers, move on to the next. All right. $14.22. Ooh, drilling out the center. You can see the speeds there. Jerk that one. Man, this thing is kicking up dirt and everything. That's 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we got 6. Well, there you have it. Looks like I think about 1,400 feet per second out of the Spear Gold Dot 200 grainers. Let's compare this to the 200 grain Hornady XTP. Be right back, folks. It looks like work, but a blast. Totally a blast out of this 8-inch Cimarron. Now we got this old Hornady 200 grain XTP. Again, all these loads are 3/10 of a grain from the max with the specific powder that I used. Most of you that are familiar with reloading probably know by now that it's not H110. I happen to not dig that powder too much. It is very sensitive. You can't go too low. You can't go too high. And this is a load that has been a part of my family for about, I don't know, 15, 20 years. That's what I'd rather stick with. I tell you what, I wouldn't want to get hit with a 200 grain round going at 1,500 feet per second. And I feel sorry for any animal, especially a hog, which I intend to put this thing on. Probably going to use something about the 260 grain lead load that you've seen before. That'll be my hog round. But this Cimarron bad boy could be used for just about anything. Hunting, plinking on the range, even home protection if you elected to. It's all about shot placement. It's all about training and getting good with the pistol of your preference. Enough chatter. Let's put these 200 grain XTP down range. Woo! Hot! Notice these are shooting right though. That's bull. Expect all these to be bullseye. 10 yards away. Man, kicking dirt back on me from the berm. Woo! Man, oh man. I will tell you, really digging this thing. The one thing that I have noticed though, with these rounds, I'm fumbling. You know, that single action trigger, it's pretty light, but with this glove on, it does, that trigger guard there is a little small, but look at these things, folks. You could probably put my hand up against some small black bear that I've seen, and it'll be just about equivalent. Look at this meat hook. Anyways, we're gonna move on now to the 210 grain Sierra. Woo! Guys, I can't tell you how excited I am to bring you this content for this Cimarron bad boy and see how these loads do through ballistics gel. But before we get there, this is the 210 grain Sierra. Man, I got a feeling that 200 grain Spear Gold Dot, 200 grain XTP, and this 210 grain Sierra is going to put on a show in that clear ballistics gelatin I've got set up downrange. But we're going to get these across the chronograph. Folks, go down and take a vote in that previous video. That's the only way you get a chance on winning that box of Freedom Pills for the 44 Magnum. So go over and take a vote. We're getting almost to the end of this video. By the end of this video, all comments are going to be denied on the other one to be fair to those that have signed up and taken a guess at how much penetration each one of these rounds will get in clear ballistics gelatin. 210 grain Sierra. Hitting them hard. That went way high. Man, I can see flames kicking out of the end of this thing. About 430, 420 feet per second out of the old Sierra 210 grain. That's right, folks. Yeah, I know it. I'm rushing through the content. We got the 240 grain Hornady XTP coming up next. Then we're going to move on to clear ballistics gelatin, which is what I am just as anxious to see as you are. 240 grainers coming up next. All right, folks, I got a new target up downrange, got the chronograph reset, and I got the utilitarian 240 grain Hornady XTP loaded in this utility-like revolver. The Cimarron Bad Boy 44 Magnum. Again, I think it could be used for just about anything. But today, we're using it for some ballistics tests. Let's get these across chronograph. Woo! Hold on. Woo, those 240 grainers. Man, I'm glad I got on these gloves, because I tell you, that knuckle right there, underneath that old single action trigger guard, whoo, knuckle is taking a little bit of a beating. But that's what these gloves are for. Man, I got to protect these old meat hooks. I like to eat too much. All right, folks, this is it. If you haven't gone over and gave me your penetration distances in inches and get your mind out of the gutter, if you haven't done that, I'm going to go over and turn off the comments on the video right now. Okay, comments are turned off on that video. I hope you got your votes in, and I'll tell you how to get a hold of me so whomever wins can get their prize in the giveaway from Dayattherange.com. Let's put these things in some ballistics gel. Let's get it set up, folks.